A special salute to a beloved veteran in Waterbury, John Vanieri, celebrating his 100th birthday in style today. John served in the Army during World War II. Rosemary of Waterbury sending in his pictures to Fox 61 last month, saying John has a heart of gold and is always there for those in need. Now, to honor John, Waterbury police organized a socially distanced parade to honor Vanieri at his home this afternoon, and you can see he was all smiles in that last picture.
Much deserved. All right, it's an awe-inspiring